Yo, B Marsh Boxing, what's goody boxing heads and fight fans around the world? B Marsh back at it with another boxing video. So this is my breakdown and prediction for this fight we got coming up, the main event, Staples Center, the rematch. Leo Santa Cruz. What is his record? I think he's 34 and 1, I think about 19 or 18 KOs. And he's gonna be going against his crosstown rival, former world champion too, and the champion in at least two divisions. Just like Abner, Leo Santa Cruz, he's fighting against Abner Maris. 31 wins, I think two losses, and about 15 or 16 KOs. All right. Um, this is a good fight. I'm not mad at it. You know, when they announced it at some point last year, I wasn't. This fight's supposed to have happened the rematch last year, and I was like, what's the point? But you know, in 2018, 3 years later, Abner Maris got a nice little regular title when he beats Jesus Cuela. I think it's good for boxing. It's a good rivalry for boxing. You know, two Mexicans fighting over there in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. You know what I mean? Crosstown rivals. You know, it's something sort of like fellas like back in the day in the '70s when the world was clamoring for Danny Little Red Lopez to fight against Bobby Schoolboy Chacon. You know what I mean? These are two guys who were very popular in the Los Angeles area. You know what I mean? Two guys of Mexican heritage, and the fight was a barn burner. You know what I mean? And this is what it's all about. You know, so I'm not mad at this fight. You know, considering also that guys like Leo Santa Cruz has had an IBF title, I think at bantamweight that used to belong to Abner Maris, you know what I mean? You know, Abner Maris was a guy at one point in time was on the pound for pound list or was ascending on the pound for pound list, you know what I mean? When he beat fellas like Victor Archanian with the low blows, of course. Joseph Agbeko with the low blows, of course. They fought him twice, and uh, the man Joseph, I'm sorry, even beat out, I said Anselmo Moreno, right? Nah, he beat Anselmo Moreno as well, you know? Um, So let's get into it, man. You know, Leo Santa Cruz is going to be the taller fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think he's about 5'7" compared to dude who's about 5'5". You know what I mean? He has a longer reach. Leo Santa Cruz does by probably like 3 inches. He got a 69-inch reach. And you see this particular fight, man. The first fight was a great fight. The man Amnamaras, he started out on fire. You know what I mean? He tried to fight on the inside, you know what I'm saying? He was landing blows, body shots, putting his elbow all in the man Abner Santa Cruz face. He was just trying to be the tough fighter from the get-go, you know what I'm saying? But that pace he was fighting at from round one and two, there's no way he could keep up that pace for 12 rounds, you know what I mean? Really and truly, truth be told, the man Abner Maris is going to have to mix it up. He's going to have to mix it up in order to beat Santa Cruz in the rematch. And the crazy thing about it, that's what he did in the first fight, but to no avail. You know what I'm saying? He still came up short. Majority decision for the man Leo Santa Cruz. In my opinion, I think Santa Cruz needs to just gauge distance. Those are the rounds he was winning. Use his um, his rangefinder, his jab, and drop them 1-2s. You know what I mean? One bad habit that Leo Santa Cruz does have, he doesn't protect his head when he lowers his head to because he's more times than many the taller opponent when he fights against Frampton, Abner Mares, Kiko Martinez. You know what I'm saying? The man Leo Santa Cruz is going to be the taller fighter. So one thing he does, and that's how he got caught by Frampton. When he's there in an exchange with the guy, he doesn't protect his head. He just puts his chin down, but he leaves his head and face wide open, and he's winging shots. You know what I mean? Winging shots because of his tall, longer reach. He's gonna have to throw wide looping hoops. I'm sorry, wide looping punches. You know what I mean? And that's where the man Abner Maris could get some success. You know what I'm saying? If he's willing to stay in the pocket and fight with the man Leo Santa Cruz like that. In my opinion, he can do that, but in spurts. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that the whole fight. You know what I mean? I think Abner Maris is a guy who can box, can fight on the inside, and he's gonna have to use a lot of lateral movement because Leo Santa Cruz is a volume puncher. You know, probably the best volume puncher we got in the game. A guy who can throw 1,000 punches in a fight. You know what I mean? Over 100 punches every round. You know what I mean? Or damn near close to. You know. Excuse me. Abner Maris is going to have to dictate the pace from early, but not by not going hard body like he did in the first fight. Because in my opinion, he gassed out by round three. You know what I'm saying? Because after that, it was all Santa Cruz. You know, Santa Cruz fought behind his jab, kept maintained in the range and the distance. You know what I mean? He gauged it pretty well. Abner Maris' best shot was to try to get on the inside, and he tried his best. You know what I'm saying? And one thing Abner Maris can do that he could probably clip the man Leo Santa Cruz is throwing them overhand rights when he gets on the inside. When he buries his head inside on the man Leo Santa Cruz chest, he could throw some overhand rights over the top that this guy won't see. But if this guy Leo Santa Cruz is fighting from a distance and pumping that jab and that right hand right behind it, it's a very good weapon for the man Santa Cruz because he lands that right hand with accuracy. You know what I mean? Um, Abner Maris, in my opinion, in the first fight, he did everything that you would expect him to do in order to win this fight against Santa Cruz. But like I said again, to no avail, you know. I think Leo Santa Cruz going to have to box behind his jab, going to put the pressure on Abner Maris. Abner Maris will try to get on the inside at times because he can box from the outside and he can slug it in on the inside. But when Leo Santa Cruz is fighting from the outside and the guy tries to get on the inside, throwing body shots and, you know, trying to get on the inside, Leo Santa Cruz got to throw them uppercuts. You know what I mean? He got to land uppercuts. But to be honest, that's not really part of his repertoire. But I'm trying to tell you, if he catches a man coming in, Abner Maris, he can catch him with an uppercut. He'll probably put him down on the canvas. Because in the first fight, nobody was close to hitting the canvas. I don't think this second fight will be any kind of stoppage or anything from either guy. But I think Leo Santa Cruz, his ultimate weapon should be an uppercut with the guy. Abner Maris is getting frustrated, trying to will and trying to get on the inside. So Leo Santa Cruz, in my opinion, will win this fight. I got him winning this fight probably via unanimous decision. You know, he gets a second look at Mares, you know what I mean? Um, and, you know, Mares, like I said, he's a champion at 118. He's a champion at 122. And he got a little regular belt at 126. Well, that's about to get over with because he got a WBA regular belt. And Santa Cruz got the real world title at, excuse me, at featherweight at 126, you know what I mean? You see, Carl Frampton had some success in the first fight, even though it was both fights were majority decision victories for either guy. Carl Frampton won majority decision the first fight, Santa Cruz the second fight. But Carl Frampton had some success because his hand speed is quicker than Abner Maris, you know what I mean? And in between exchanges, he would catch the man Leo Santa Cruz. And Carl Frampton, for a little guy, I think he can punch, man. He can punch, you know what I mean? He got honest power that'll keep you off of him for a little dude, you know? And if he can, if Abner Maris, that's his only shot. Trying to catch the man Abner Maris in between. I'm sorry, Santa Cruz in between with shots that he doesn't see, you know what I mean? Quick exchanges, you check it, and that's what Carl Frampton did, and he had one punch in the first fight that knocked the man Abner Maris on the ropes. I'm sorry, Santa Cruz damn near knocked him down. You know what I mean? So I think that the man Abner Maris got to mix it up, got to be on some in and out shit, use a lot of lateral movement. You know what I'm saying? Got to use his jab. You know what I mean? Use his jab at times when he's moving on the back foot, and just to show the judges that he's fighting back. You know what I mean? And come forward and move out. You know what I mean? Drop combinations. Get the fuck up out of dodge. At times he can trade with the man, you know what I'm saying, if he wants to stand in the pocket. But you can't do that for too long, you know what I mean? You can only do that with the intention of landing one of those overhand rights, you know what I'm saying? Leo Santa Cruz got a nice check left hook. You know what I'm saying? And he throws body punches. He just throws punches and bunches and combinations. And I just think that his length and reach will keep Santa Cruz, I'm sorry, Abner Myers at bay for most of the fight. And I think this will be a unanimous decision. About 7 rounds to 5, maybe 8-4 in favor of the man, Leo Santa Cruz, in this crosstown Los Angeles rivalry between Abner Myers and Santa Cruz. And Leo Santa Cruz, I think, will retain his WBA world title. And the winner of this fight, like I made a video yesterday, the winner of this fight between Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz will rematch, will be mandated to fight the WBC champion at featherweight. In my opinion, the best of the best fighters at featherweight, and that's Gary Russell Jr. Now, some would ask, why would I put Gary Russell as the #1 guy at featherweight? Well, his skill set for one, and the fact that a lot of fighters in the division don't want no parts of him. They're avoiding him like the plague, you know what I'm saying? From Leo Santa Cruz to Abner Maris to Lee Selby when he was champ. We'll see what Josh Warrington wants to do, you know what I mean, if he wants to mix it up, you know what I'm saying? What other belt is out there? Oscar Valdez, this guy is like a guy who never mentions Gary Russell Jr. So hopefully, man, the winner of this fight, and I predict will be Leo Santa Cruz. He'll get in there with the man Gary Russell Jr. And Gary Russell Jr. beat this guy Leo Santa Cruz in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? So I think Gary Russell has the edge in that. And plus the fact that these guys have come from lower weights, from 118, from bantamweight. You know what I mean? The man Gary Russell's been a main staple at featherweight, so that's why I rate him as the best at featherweight. But Leo Santa Cruz, I think, will take a defeat once again to a guy who they used to train when they were kids. They used to spar together. They were amateurs at the same time. You know what I mean? Leo Santa Cruz was the younger dude compared to Abner Mares. Abner Mares was the big brother, and looks like the little bro surpassed the big bro when it comes to the pro ranks. You know what I mean? But we shall see. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know who y'all think gonna win this fight. All right? Peace. I'm gone. Oh, AP was good. He signed. See you in the chat, man. He says, what's good, family? This should be a solid fight. And you're spot on, man. Mr. Gary Russell is a tough food chain at featherweight, in my opinion. Yeah, I believe he is, man. I believe he is, because these other guys, if they thought they were better than Russell, they would have been trying to get that WBC title, especially guys like Santa Cruz and Abner Mares, you know what I mean? But these guys don't want no parts of Russell, but I'm glad the WBC try to make that fight happen. And it's good for Gary Russell Jr. too, you know what I mean? Get some live opponents on his resume. All right, B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Thanks for coming through in the chat, Anthony Purvis. I'm going to catch y'all on the next vid, all right? One.